we have to see the enforcement be central to the trade agreement, not peripheral to it. So we'll just see how it goes. He's having meetings with the members, so members will weigh in on it. I thought this would be easy.
It is.
I meant the trade agreement. I don't mean.
Okay, the questions are not that hard. Okay, so do you have any regrets about not graduating from Stanford Business School?
I do not. No. I do not. I've now taught 3 classes at Stanford. I feel vindicated.
Okay, just think
in
how
my dropout status.
Well, just think how your life could be better had you got that degree. You ever thought about that?
Much improved, right. David.
So you were at Allen and Company for many years?
Yes.
And you didn't want to go into private equity? The higher calling of investment banking was good enough?
You know, it was a question of just how evil I wanted to be. And I wanted to be just a little less evil.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, you could have gone to hedge funds if you wanted.
That's the ultimate.
For about 20 years or so, you've been the wealthiest man in the world. But because you've given away so much money, recently Jeff Bezos became wealthier. Do you think if you had stayed in college and gotten your college degree, I mean, you don't feel inadequate now because being only the second wealthiest man in the world, is that right?
No, I mean, it's a sign that I haven't given the money away fast enough to drop out of the top 10, and the market's been strong.
You were the head of the CIA at the beginning of this administration. Do you have any doubt that the Russians interfered with our last presidential election?
Oh, none. None.
Okay. So have you conveyed that?
And the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one in 2018. People forget we've had an election since 2016. I hear people say, oh, we have to protect 2020. Well, the good people who ran in 2018 cared a lot about us protecting that one. We did so very effectively. And we'll do so again in 2020. And it's not just the last thing. I know this town. I know exactly what will get reported. Just so you know, it ain't just Russia. That's bad English. I'll try and correct it. There are more nations than just Russia who are attempting to undermine Western democracy. That has been true since the founders created this great nation. And so we have to be ever vigilant.
But I just want to make sure my luggage isn't lost. So what percentage of people actually lose their luggage? Or
we never lose. We call them mishandled.
Mishandled.
Because
what percentage?
We always know where it is. It just takes us a little longer to get to sometimes. But no, seriously.
Does that ever happen to you?
It has, yes.
Really? Don't you call up somebody and say, I'm the CEO, I mean, you lost my luggage? Or mishandled it?
I absolutely do. I say, are you kidding me?
Your background was you grew up in San Francisco, is that right?
I am a 4th generation San Franciscan. My mother has told me I'm supposed to say 5th generation, but I am 4th generation as far as I can figure out.
And your ancestors came over from Ukraine?
They were part of my family, came from, I'm not part of this, I just want to say right now.
No Ukrainian connections?
I know where I am, not.
Okay. And somebody who's a member of the club said to me, why don't you do this on television for Bloomberg? He's a member, he's in charge of the Bloomberg things, Justin Smith. And I said, okay. I didn't really think it would happen. And then I talked to them and they said, okay, we're going to put it on. And I realized it's not 60 minutes. It doesn't have that big a viewing, but they do replay it 20 times a week. So you have to, and it's everywhere all over the world. They give it to everybody. So anyway, I said, what's going to be the name of the show? And they said, we're going to call it The David Rubenstein Show. And I said, geez, I don't know if a long Jewish name is really going to work. And Mike Bloomberg said, it's not a problem. It'll work out.